大宝法王国际佛学院2023年公开禅修课程的第一天，圣陛下第17世大宝法王嘉华噶玛巴泰耶多杰教授观世音菩萨的教法和修行。第3节。
I'm sure the benefit of taking these temporary individual liberation vows by our Khenpos and teachers, and it is true, there is benefit, because we develop a sense of time frame which we can manage, in this case particularly. I mean, the main factor is because we are creatures of time, I suppose, beings who are dependent on time, and so therefore the more we are able to make the most of time, the more sort of confidence we build. Now I forgot the right term. Last time I said something in Europe, something about dopamine or something. Then later on someone corrected me. Now I forget that particular term. But nevertheless, there is a sense of self sort of gratification sort of feeling that comes through doing something meaningful, Every time we do something meaningful, then we become more energized and more clear.
我相信堪布和老师们已讲解过暂时性的别解脱戒的好处。确实有好处的，因为我们建构了一种我们可以管理的时间框架。我们是依赖时间的生物，因此我们越能充分利用时间，我们就越能建立起信心。现在我忘记了那物质分泌物的正确术语。上次我在欧洲把它说为多巴胺之类的东西，后来有人纠正了我，我忘了那物质的名词是什么。然而，通过做一些有意义的事情，会有满足感。每次你做一些有意义的事情，你就会变得更有活力，即变得越来越清晰。
So if we just, even if we are Buddhist, we, from time to time, if you put aside this thought that I'm a Buddhist and simply investigate these formal practices, studies, intellects, various aspects of this life, we will be able to see that there is not in any way a part where it says do something that is not beneficial for others and for oneself, in every way possible. No matter how colorful or complicated it gets, the aim from the beginning, in the middle, and at the end, it all leads to doing something that is beneficial for everyone. And so then, in that sense, obviously, it will build up that confidence, Then, I suppose, from a physical point of view, it will release those good, droplets or whatever. And so therefore, obviously, it's what we say healthy, healthy.
抛开我是佛教徒而言，若果我们简单的调查这修行的形式、学习、知识以及生活的各个方面，我们将能够看到，在任何方面，他都没有说要做一些对他人和自己都没有好处的事情。无论这修行变得多么丰富多彩或复杂，从头到尾的目标都是导致做一些利益个人的事情。 很明显，它会让我们建立信心。从物理的角度来看，它会释放出那些好的物质分泌物。很明显，我们会说这修持是健康的。
So then with that in mind, then you do your best to follow the meditation according to the text. You know the rhythm by now. You know the melody, and more or less the meanings are more or less clear in your mind. And then the visualization, if it's comfortable for you, then please enjoy it. If it's complicated, or if it's a nuisance, then you don't have to force yourself. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
然后，你尽最大努力根据法本进行禅修。你现在懂得法本的节奏、旋律，或多或少其含义。若果你觉得观想很舒服，那么请享受它。如果你觉得这很复杂或者很麻烦，那么你不必强迫自己。没关系。
I think the point is that we focus on something, Our body is sort of, not to say designed, but according to our merit, then the current human body is more or less the ones we have, In different cases, maybe the human body is gets what you call developed, or it will manifest in a different way. But right now, our eyes are forward. Our basically the faculties are sort of almost as if it's designed to do something. To do something that is based on focus, And so, accordingly, we need to do something. And so, either the melody, or the visualization, or the sitting posture, or the breathing style, everything, And then, of course, mentally, the way we sort of focus.
我认为重点是我们要专注于某些东西，因为我们的福德，我们得到了人身。在不同的情况下，也许人体以不同的方式表现出来。但现在，我们的眼睛是向前看的。我们的眼睛的机能有点像是基于聚焦而设计的。基于这些设计，我们会做点东西，这些包括了唱诵旋律、观想、坐姿、呼吸方式，所有行为。还有，我们在精神上的专注。
All of it is so that during the next, let's say 1 hour or so, or during however long the session is, during that time, we simply allow ourselves to forget or let go of everything else, And I think, maybe I'm wrong, but maybe I think that's the point. And during that time, if you can have a good visualization, great, It adds to the flavor in a way, yeah. But otherwise, if you're able to sort of, during that time, let go of it, then that's it, I think. Because we really cannot do anything better, or anything, maybe it'll sound strange, really, we cannot really do anything good. Maybe that's weird, But if you're able to just simply let go of whether it is a good thing or a bad thing, then it does something. Yeah. And so therefore, we are basically doing nothing, actually. No, during the next 1 hour or so, actually we are really not doing anything.
所有这些都是为了在接下来的1个小时左右，这场节的时段里，我们都可以忘记或放下其他一切。我可能是错的，但也许这就是重点。在这段时间里，如果你能有一个很好的观想，那就太好了。它在某种程度上增添了趣味。但除此之外，如果你能在那段时间里放下，我想是意义的所在。因为我们真的无法做任何更好的事情，做一些好的事情。也许这听起来很奇怪，但是如果你能够简单的放下，无论被放下的是一件好事还是坏事，那么会有所帮助。在接下来的1个小时左右，我们基本上什么也不做。
Meaning nothing in terms of not nothing, but meaning that it is not what we do will not be related to any kind of anything to do with gain, Yes, there might be a confusion in terms of, but I thought we were gaining merit and gaining wisdom. But that's, how to say, that's something that we say in the beginning, to get ourselves motivated. But once we are really motivated, what is actually happening is we are not doing anything to do with gaining or piling or aggregating anything actually, because there isn't. And so therefore we are kind of like following with how our lungs function, how our heart beats, how our internal organs function,
什么都不做的意思是不做一些与利益有关的东西。这里可能会有一些困惑。之前说过，我们修持会获得福德与智慧，但那是我们在修持前用来鼓励自己的说话。但一旦我们真正有了动力，我们就不用再做一些事情去获得、积聚任何东西，因为并没有东西可被积聚。因此，我们有点像是随着我们的肺、心跳、内脏的运作。
24/7, they work very well, maybe hard, But the thing is, they continuously do something. They are focused on their own task in a way, But nevertheless, when they do it, they are not doing it to gain recognition. They're not doing it to gain some sort of popularity or anything. They're just doing what they do. Yes, and if you really focus on what they are doing, it's unbelievable. I'm sure if you are doctors or scientists or something, then you would know the fascinating thing that happens when the heart chambers sort of function, or where each of our organs do what they do. It's fascinating on its own what they do. Yeah. Yet at the same time, that the combination of all those doings, at the end, what it does is, what we conceptually are able to label it as life, or as living, or as this, And so in the same way, during the next 1 hour or so, we basically follow our own rhythm, let's say, our own physical rhythm, And so therefore, there's obviously nothing to do extra, of course, than what is already happening.
我们的内脏全天候工作得很好，也许很努力。他们不断地做一些事情，专注于自己的任务。尽管如此，当他们这样做的时候，并不是为了获得认可。他们这样做并不是为了获得知名度或其他什么，他们只是在做他们所做的。如果你专心理解他们正在做的事情，那真是难以置信。如果你是医生、科学家等人，那么你会知道当心房运作时是多么有趣。其他的器官也如是，他们的所做的事情本身就很有趣。然而，当所有这些运作的结合时，最终那就是我们所称谓的生命，活着，我们当前的状态。在接下来的1个小时左右，我们基本上遵循自己的节奏，我们身体的节奏。因此，除了已经在运作的事情之外，显然我们不需做任何额外的东西。
So instead, what we are doing is sort of of course right now it's a formal one, but later on when you do it individually at home or something, then you can exercise more. And during that time what you can do is then listen to your own heartbeat or count how many breaths you take, When we turn that into a practice, then we say breathing meditation. But actually it's nothing, there is no real breathing meditation. It's just, breathing meditation is just a way of making you realize that you're breathing. And so in that way, you focus on what you can sense right now. Yeah, right now we are not that sensitive, so therefore maybe we might be able to detect some obvious pulses like the heartbeat and breathing. But in time, you will be able to develop great focus so that various aspects of your physical constitution will become very clear to you. And in the same way, you will be able to then slowly focus on how your emotions are rising and setting, and then slowly apply that to others and how others' emotions are rising and setting, and in that sense then develop a sense of connectivity, similarity, and so on,
现在我们将做一个正规的修持，但以后当你在家或其他地方单独锻炼时，你可以锻炼得更多。你可以倾听自己的心跳或者数息。当你把它变成一种修行时，你会称之为呼吸禅修。但实际上，并没有真正的呼吸禅修。呼吸禅修只是让你意识到自己在呼吸的一种方法。通过这种方法，你可以专注于你现在的感受。现在我们不是那么敏感，因此我们只能检测到一些明显的脉搏，比如心跳和呼吸。但随着时间的推移，你将能够集中注意力，你会对你身体的各个方面都会变得非常清楚。以同样的方法，你将能够慢慢地专注于你的情绪是如何起伏，然后慢慢地将其应用理解他人以及他人的情绪，从而培养一种连接感、相似感等等。第3节完，请密切留意下一节的刊登。愿大家菩提上进，请点赞、分享我们的短片，订阅我们的 YouTube 及 Facebook 频道。